There are moments in life when everything we know is taken from us. Our home, our freedom, our dreams. But even in the deepest darkness, there remains one light no one can extinguish. The light of purpose. This is the true story of a man who walked through hell itself and returned with the secret to the human soul. This is the story of Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was a doctor, a psychiatrist born in Vienna. He believed every life had meaning, but when war came, his belief would be tested in a way few could imagine. He was taken from his home and sent to Auschwitz. Everything was stripped away. His clothes, his wedding ring, his family, his name. He became only a number, a shadow in a sea of suffering. Yet even there, in that place of unthinkable horror, Viktor refused to let go of one thing: hope. He watched as people died not just from hunger or disease, but from despair. He began to see a pattern. Those who lost their why soon lost their will to live. And that's when he made a discovery that would change psychology forever. Even in the worst possible conditions, a person who has a reason to live, a dream, a purpose, someone they love, can survive almost anything. One night, as the freezing wind tore through the camp, Viktor closed his eyes and saw his wife's face, radiant, alive, smiling. She was gone. He didn't know where. But in that vision, he found something that no guard could take from him. He realized, everything can be taken from a man, except one thing: the freedom to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. In that moment, Viktor made a decision. He couldn't control what happened around him, but he could control what happened within him. He began to help others, listening, comforting, reminding them that their lives still mattered. He gave them something the camp could never supply: meaning. Some dreamed of seeing their families again. Some dreamed of finishing their life's work. Others simply dreamed of one more sunrise. But that dream, that purpose, kept them alive. Days turned to months, months to years. And through every unbearable moment, Viktor held on to one truth: suffering in itself is meaningless. We give it meaning by the way we respond to it. When liberation finally came, Viktor was a man changed forever. He had lost everything, but he had gained something far greater: understanding. He returned to Vienna, rebuilt his life, and began to write. What he discovered in darkness became light for the entire world. His book, Man's Search for Meaning, became a guide for millions. Not just a story of survival, but a lesson in what it truly means to live. Frankl taught us that life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but by loss of meaning and purpose. He said, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost anyhow." Think about that. Your why is your anchor when the storm hits. It's your fire when everything else turns to ashes. It's what makes you rise, even when the world tries to break you. We all face our own kind of struggle. It may not be a concentration camp, but it might be depression, loss, rejection, or failure. And yet, the same truth applies. When you have a reason, a purpose greater than pain, you can endure anything. Frankl didn't just survive. He transformed his suffering into service. He founded a new school of thought, logotherapy, based on one simple idea. The primary human drive is not pleasure, but meaning. He spent the rest of his life helping people find their why. Whether it was a dream they'd forgotten, a person they loved, or simply the courage to live one more day with purpose. Because the truth is, life will always challenge us. We cannot always choose what happens, but we can always choose how we respond. And in that choice, we find our power. When everything is taken from you, when the world feels dark and hopeless, remember this: no one can take away your spirit. No one can steal your meaning. And as long as you have one reason, even one reason to keep moving forward, you are stronger than you think. Viktor Frankl once wrote, "The last of the human freedoms is to choose one's attitude, to choose one's own way." And that, perhaps, is the ultimate truth of being alive. No matter what you face, you still have a choice: to give up or to give meaning. Maybe life's purpose isn't to be happy all the time, but to find something worth suffering for. Because when you know your why, you can survive anyhow. This was man's search for meaning. A story that reminds us, even in the darkest places, there is always light. So whatever you're going through, don't ask, "What do I expect from life?" Ask instead, "What does life expect from me?" Find your meaning. Live your purpose. Thank you for watching. And remember, meaning is not something you find. It's something you create every single day.